Elevate your live performances with Mixola StarLight. StarLight takes the best ideas from traditional DAWs, controllers, samplers, plugins, and DJ mixers and forges them into a next-generation performance system. Intensity control. Intensity control goes far beyond simply muting tracks. For example, here we are starting at max intensity and then switching the chord track to low intensity. It's important to note that you don't just get one single sequence for each intensity setting, you get as many as you want by simply adding more notes, chords, or hyphens on more steps in the sequencer. StarLight will also show you how many sequences are available at each intensity setting and which sequence is currently playing. Here, there are 37 sequences available for the chord track at the low intensity setting. StarLight is now cycling through all 37 variations we created for the low intensity setting on the chord track. You can also pause on any sequence that catches your attention for deeper exploration. This breakthrough technology enables you to musically extend your tracks in real time as much as you want while keeping the performance fresh, while reacting to the crowd. Let's throw in low-pass filter. Now we are going back to max intensity and throwing in a perfectly timed 8-bar high-pass filter for the transition. With minimum, low, medium, high, and max intensity settings for each individual track at your fingertips, you can now create intros, breaks, drops, peaks, valleys and outros of any length at any point of your live performance. This type of performance control at the sequencer level was simply not possible before StarLight. Automation and FX. StarLight also gives you next-generation automation and FX. This is not just any automation and FX system. StarLight's automation and FX are all perfectly timed to start at the beginning and end of any 8-bar section with a single click. You get low pass, high pass, mutes, trance gate, cuts, pitch shift, reverb, delay, and white noise. And you can combine more than one effect for stunning results. If that were not enough, StarLight also lets you create perfectly timed 8-bar breakdown, break up, build downs, and break mutes with a single click. For example, here we are using break mutes to create a perfectly timed 32-bar mute automation session. When the mute session is completed, all tracks are brought back in perfect time. Let's listen to the mute automation session at work. Every step in the StarLight variable sequencer can have one or more notes or hyphens, which means silence, separated by a comma. The StarLight sequencer will then generate every possible variation of these lists of notes, chords, and silence. This is extremely powerful as it enables you to create virtually unlimited chord progressions, melodies, bass lines, harmonies, leads, etc. This same concept also works amazingly good on beats. StarLight will now cycle through all variations of these sequences. Here, the variables are either an A, minor chord or a hyphen, but you can add as many chord or note variables as you like for virtually unlimited chord progressions, melodies, harmonies, bass lines, leads, etc. Variables are a powerful tool for crafting tracks as they let you imbue your ideas and let them play out in real time. Step chase. Next, let's look at step chase. Any event in the variable sequencer can follow, or chase any other step. For example, the variable 5.11 makes the given step follow whatever is on track 5, step 11. Going one step further, variables don't have to reference steps on the same track. Variables can reference steps on other tracks. Further still, variables can also reference one or more individual notes from a step on the same, or any other track. For example, the variable 5.11.1 will chase track 5, step 11, note 1. For example, here we are using step chase to automatically create the bass line on track 6 by chasing the first note, the root note, of the chords on track 5. And everything stays locked, no matter how many chord and notes variations you have. Imagine the possibilities. Next we will use breakout, which means tracks one by one, starting at track 1 and moving up to track 8. By automating these types of foundational performance techniques, your hands are now free to deliver stunning, never-heard-before complex FX and automation which were not possible before. You also of course get beat loop, which we'll cover in another video, but StarLight's beat loop system, once again goes a step further and automatically gives you 16 perfectly set in and out points which you can double, half and shift left or right. So, technology is great, but what this all really means is you can use the StarLight variable sequencer, automation, and FX to amplify your creativity and elevate your performances to new levels. Mixola StarLight. Control every ray of your performance.